Hey everyone, welcome back to She Tried It. I already let y'all know in my last video that I was going to be bringing y'all another pattern test today. Guys, I'm so excited about this one. For today's video, I decided to do a little voiceover while I got ready. This pattern consumed so much of my life the past couple weeks, so today I wanted to take some time and pamper myself a bit. In the meantime, let's do what we always do and talk about this extremely talented designer, this gorgeous pattern, and this amazing yarn. As usual, there will be timestamps below, so let's get started. Today's designer is one of my faves that I'm so happy to introduce to this channel. I'm talking about Shayna K, or aka Shayna. I hope I didn't just butcher her name, but anyway, Shayna is a true talent. If I remember correctly, and I'm pretty sure that I do, my first introduction to her was via Two of Wands. Oh my gosh, you ever gonna stop mentioning her? No, I never am. And if you missed my last video about Two of Wands' new yarn, please go check that out. Anyways, Alexandra posted a picture of Shayna because she had won that month's Crew of Wands contest. If you're unfamiliar, Alexandra hosts a monthly contest for people who complete one of her patterns and use the hashtag Crew of Wands. The winner gets a free Two of Wands pattern. For those that are curious, yes, I have one, and yes, I got my free pattern, and yes, I plan on making it later this year. But back to the story. Shayna won that month, and I quickly hopped to her page because Alexandra mentioned that the pattern she was wearing was Shayna's own design, but she made it with Hue and Me yarn. I was so impressed with that pattern, so I wanted to see more of her designs. It turned out that this was actually her first pattern, but I still followed because I know an amazing designer in the making when I see one. And she lives in New York. And if you're new here, I have a strong belief that all fiber designers in New York are amazingly talented, and I have yet to be proven wrong. After following her for just a short amount of time, my assumption was correct. Literally every pattern she releases is a banger. It was gorgeous make after gorgeous make. As amazing as Shayna is though, I'm not gonna lie, she was kind of starting to get on my nerves a little bit. As y'all know, I like to plan my makes months in advance. I had decided a while ago that I was going to make the spring forward cardigan, but then she released the drinks in the patio crop. So I shifted some things around. But then she came out with the downtown sweater dress. But I couldn't make it while it was still hot outside, and while I was waiting on the weather to cool off, she released the first date slip dress. By this point, I was completely fed up. I had 4 patterns I wanted to make, and I hadn't started on any of them. Finally, she posted this picture, to which I said, "Oh, yes ma'am." And she announced that she will be calling for testers in the coming weeks. When I tell y'all I turned on my post notifications so fast, I didn't want to miss a single thing. As soon as she called for testers, I immediately filled out the application, and thankfully I was selected. So yeah, in a nutshell, Shayna is an amazing New York designer with far too many amazing patterns and awesome natural hair. As usual, I'll link her Ravelry in the description box below so you can get your hands on one of her awesome patterns. Take it from me, you do not want to wait. Like I said, this pattern I completed was a test. It seems like Shayna got a great team of testers to work out all the kinks on her pattern. Because I'm such a slow knitter, I'm rarely the first one to catch a mistake in a knit pattern. So it was extremely helpful to have all the other testers. I really enjoyed working on this pattern. I think I would classify this as an advanced beginner garment. You need to know the basics of knitting, but there's nothing too complicated. The reason I say it's advanced is because the top is worked in the round, while the skirt is worked flat. A lot of beginner knitters struggle with keeping gauge in the round versus keeping the gauge flat. Seeing as how this is a matching set, if there's a huge difference in your gauge, it's going to be pretty noticeable. But again, I think it's totally worth it if you're a beginner. Also, I learned so many new techniques while knitting the skirt. The top was fairly simple, but that skirt was no joke. However, I will say that the more advanced techniques in the skirt definitely added to the design. Also, let's talk about how practical this project is. You can literally make at least 3 outfits once you finish this project, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. I think that this is absolutely amazing, and I'm kind of shocked more designers don't design matching sets more often. I think the fact that you can use this piece in so many ways means it's definitely worth completing. As you might imagine, with this being a pattern test, I made very little modifications. There were certain sections in the pattern where Shayna would tell you how many inches to knit or suggest you go as much as you desired, and I did add a few extra inches in certain places. I for sure added a few inches to the top. As y'all know, my nephew, along with the rest of my family, will be rating this outfit at the end of the year. And if I have even a sliver of skin showing, he isn't going to be happy. Plus, I don't really wear crop tops anyways. Other than that, this pattern is really perfect and it's easily adjustable to your body size or height. It's also designed for sizes extra small to 5XL, so it's very size inclusive. This yarn isn't new to the channel. I actually used the same yarn in a different color back when I completed the Roxy tee by TL Yarn Crafts. I was a fan of this yarn then and I'm a fan of it now. This yarn is Patton's Grace and today I used it in the color Fiesta because this make is definitely ready to go to someone's party. I picked up my yarn from my local Michaels store, which is always a good idea because they often have a buy one get one 50% off sale. This yarn is 100% mercerized cotton, so it's very breathable and has great drape. Also, this yarn is classified as a weight 3 yarn, which means that the project was by no means quick. That brings us to why I'm getting ready. I just needed to take some time for me before my next make. As y'all know, I had to take a short break from YouTube due to some back issues I was having, and that was right around the time I started this make. Today, I got the chance to pamper myself a bit and get all dolled up. But like I said, one of the biggest pros of this make is the versatility. So I would love to show y'all some ways I'm able to style this heartbreaker set with the things I already own. That's all I have for today. I hope y'all enjoyed my little get ready with me. Thank you so much to Shayna for allowing me to test your awesome pattern. Be sure to get your hands on one of Shayna's patterns, and also be sure to check the links in the description box of all the completed makes by all the other testers. I'll be adding it as people post their projects, so be sure to check back often. But until next time, see you in my next video. Bye! Oh my gosh, I feel so pretty.